The topic is Shuffle the Deck, Meet the Crew. Obviously, we are the crew, the Black Card crew. And first things first, for right now, and I want each individual host to do this. This is the time I want y'all to brag. Brag about yourself. Brag about your accomplishments. Brag about the things you've done. Brag about the things that you want to do. This is the time for us to get to know you all. So I'm going to start with Ant.
That's pretty broad. There's no parameters. It's just like, okay, well,
Talk
I
about it.
don't even know where to start. I guess I'll start with my current space. For those who don't actually, I don't think any of you know. I got baptized last Saturday. And so at the church I'm going to, priest. So what's been new for me, I stated at the beginning of the pod that, you know, mentally, physically, spiritually, I'm probably in the best space that I've been in a very long time. And I contribute that to my newfound, relationship with Jesus Christ. I've been making an effort to kind of strengthen my faith this year, in hopes that that will transpire into a lot of areas in my life. I've been reading my Bible every day. I'm currently on the Daniel fast, so I've been cutting out all animal products, meats, been eating nothing but veggies, fruits, beans, whole wheat, grains, brown rice. Things that, if I'm being truthful, I ain't never really touched before. But and I stopped smoking, man. I stopped smoking. So this is day 6 of the fast. Priest. Day 6 of the fast and day 7 of not smoking. So I am feeling great. Like I said, mentally, physically, spiritually. I got to get back in the gym more consistently, but that's something I'm working towards. But I have been reading my Bible every morning. I started this plan in the Bible app, 5 days thing. So I'm reading the Bible from start to finish, starting in Genesis. I didn't get to do it today because I woke up late for church. But as soon as we finish this up, I'm gonna get caught up.
It's not right. You can always shift them dates. I used to love that. Look, shift them dates.
Yeah, I'm gonna get right. So there's that. One of the goals I have for this year is to really take the next step in my investment. Last year I started investing in March. I started with $50. I ended with $300, and that was me not really knowing a whole lot, not really doing a whole lot, super inconsistent. But to start with 50 and make the end of the year with 300, that's motivating. Preach had touched on the books. That's also been a big focus of mine recently. There's a lot that we as a Black community just don't know because we haven't been exposed to it, haven't been taught it, or it's just not been in our environment. And a lot of those answers, a lot of those life hacks, I'll call them, are found in the books. So I've been reading a lot of financial literacy books, reading a lot of books about just like being a better leader, better manager, be more disciplined, things like that. What kind of a therapeutic thing I like to do whenever I feel overwhelmed is kind of write. I don't really record a lot of the things that I write down, but I like to write verses to instrumentals. So I am in my head contemplating taking that a little bit more seriously this year, getting some music out there. Because I'm not smoking anymore, I'm finding different ways to occupy my time, stay busy, things that are productive. And so that's where the reading started.
That's perfect, man. I appreciate that, man. Let's clap it up for him. Let's clap it up. Now, the next person we're going to have brag about themselves, and they better brag. It's obviously my boy A-Stacks over here, man. Listen, this is your time, man.
All right. So I guess I can start off high school, senior year, male student athlete of the year, football, basketball, track, lettered all 4 years, end up going to college. I played football in college at a D3 level at first. Just kind of came from not really having much exposure, going to a smaller high school, stuff like that. But from that D3, I was able to transfer to a D1. So like I said, Harris Cooper, I went to Tarleton State, ran track. End up having a couple of injuries, I had to hang that chapter up. But, as of now, I got my degree, graduated, class of 2025, moved to Oklahoma, got into education a little bit, was working with students with lower IQ level, learning disabilities, behavioral issues, 504 IEP, stuff like that. Uh, which really kind of showed me what I enjoy doing. At first, I feel like I was kind of lost with kind of figuring out where I wanted to go career wise, but I really enjoy working with the youth, the younger generations, everybody, not specific to a gender, just kind of being a role model and leader and showing everybody what they're capable of no matter their situations. I kind of took another step, got into rodeo, horses, fishing. Don't let the attire right now fool you. I'm quick to throw on my boots, cowboy hat, buckle, and I'll take it to a rodeo real quick. But Other than that, just kind of finding myself and learning new things about what I enjoy and not letting what we talked about earlier, society kind of dictate what it is that I enjoy. Uh, let's see what else. Got into a relationship, hence the room. Shout out her for the amazing aesthetic in the background. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and just kind of being more open and letting her kind of help me get over humps that I thought I wouldn't be able to. So like I said, shout out to her. And now I'm just kind of chilling and seeing what that next chapter will bring, making sure that I stay positive. That's one thing that I kind of was struggling with, staying positive. I'm in a situation I'm not really used to being in. So like I said, being able to be positive, keep it moving, and understand where I'm at now is not where I'll be tomorrow. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much it. Just a chill guy. I don't really talk too much. Just a chill guy.
Chill guy.
Just
Tight.
a chill guy, man.
Okay. Man, listen, man. Congratulations on all of that, bro. Real talk.
Appreciate it.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So the next person I'm gonna have brag about themselves is definitely the Joker over here.
Listen here, Clyde, the jokester.
Got one.
Just let me
I
know.
got ones.
Let me know.
And I ain't talking about
Let me know it ain't
these.
nothing but a
I
hop,
ain't
skip,
talking about them.
and whatever else you want to call it, and I'll be there.
You feel me?
Recently, I have upgraded my scent game a little bit. So I have collected 3 new scents. I just copped the Dior. Everybody got that. But then Armani. And I don't forgot the other one. Man. I'm a bot, so don't worry about that. But still, the small things. I like that type of stuff.
Put the word bot on the
Yeah,
black
man.
list,
I got
too,
it's everything I had to
because Clyde
say.
went overused it.
But go ahead. Is that everything that you wanted to say, Clyde, or you got more stuff? All right, bet. Well, he already transitioned it to you. I gotta introduce you the right way.
No,
Hey,
no,
listen.
we're good.
Listen, this man right here, Mr. King Spade, he is somebody that has accomplished a lot. He has done a lot for me, and I will always show my appreciation. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give you the floor, and I'm gonna let you brag about yourself, the things that you have accomplished, some things that you want to do. Let the people know because the people want to know.
I joke a lot. I clown a lot in these segments, but nothing will ever be more important to me than my faith in my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ and all that entails with it. Especially when I've been on that journey, that new fire, that new fresh. I don't give advice, I drop gems. The one thing that I remember is the scripture that talks about keeping faith like you first knew him. Like when you first started believing in him, just, oh my God. Everything is hard for me to say what I've done because he has always made room for me, even when I know I don't deserve it. I've fallen short a lot of times, but just me being a teacher, something that I sworn down was a job I never wanted. But it is one of the greatest things I've ever been able to do. That is what I do now. I've been able to do all kind of different things with servicing people. I've taken care of clients with disabilities. That was probably one of the most humbling jobs I've ever had. Loved every bit of that. I've done Impact with you, HTB. Me and him have went rounds with Impact. One of the most significant things that I've ever done is marry this woman right behind me. It's the most incredible person that I have ever been with. My biggest accomplishment is just knowing when to say yes to his blessing. Love is a blessing. It's a gift. I just want to chase my Lord and King, and he sent my wife to me. And that will always be the greatest gift I've ever had. I am a better man because of it. I have a better life because of it. And when I had nothing, when I went penniless broke, she could have left. Instead, she looked at me and said, where do I put my stuff? And I knew what I was doing after that. But one of the biggest things that I want to applaud is, because I know him, he won't say it, but shout out my right hand, KTB, because for the people watching, this man single-handedly decided he was going to get up and do something that he's always wanted to do. Since we transitioning and you big on intros, ladies and gentlemen, my right hand, one of the greatest innovators, one of the biggest dreamers, but one of the hardest working people, not just on like stuff like jobs, but work on thyself, work on communication, work on faith, his mind. If you don't know him, get to know him. He is one of the sole reasons that we have the Black Card Crew here today, and one of the only reasons that I have a Discord or a PC. He is the innovator, the originator, the authenticator himself, the infamous young and free young KTB. Tell him what it is.
Appreciate that, man. Preach. Listen, before I get into it, the main reason why I wanted y'all to quote unquote brag about yourself is because, and when you look into this room, us as Black men, we don't normally have the opportunity to talk about the things that we've accomplished, to talk about the things that we've been able to do. I want this to be a platform to where, this is a support system. This is a support community. Anything that y'all accomplish is going to get brought up in the Black Card Crew. Anything that y'all got going on is going to get brought up in the Black Card Crew. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that is something that I want us to get more comfortable with in 2026, is to be able to talk about our accomplishments. Because I don't surround myself with people that ain't doing nothing. You feel me? Because how do you elevate if you surround yourself by people who's not doing nothing? All of y'all are doing something. All of y'all are working. And whether y'all want to talk about it now or whether y'all want to show us later, that's beautiful. But the one thing that we are going to do is we're going to highlight the good things that y'all do, because society is going to highlight the bad things that we do. And so that's one thing that I always want to let y'all know, because I don't play when it comes to my peoples. Preach gave me such a wonderful introduction.
I just wanted to, I forgot to mention this in my little spiel earlier, but I want to put y'all on, let y'all know, clean, wear my shoes. So if y'all got some dirty kicks, send them my way. If y'all want something customized, send them my way. It's called Flicks Kicks. I'm bringing it to Instagram. I already have the account and everything. I've done some posts in the past, but I was just, again, inconsistency.
Say that.
So Flicks Kicks, FLIKS, regular spell kicks, is a business. Plug me y'all.
What
Send
you
y'all
gonna-
kicks my way. If y'all know anybody,
What
send
you
them my
gonna
way.
do to these
I'm gonna get that back up and running
F1
as well.
creases?
So,
Man, get your link and drop it in that chat
yeah,
so they can get at that.
I can remove creases easily, my boy. Send them over. Send them over. They'll look brand new.
Let's get into it. One of my biggest accomplishments was definitely graduating from Indiana University last year. That's one thing that I worked very
Yes,
hard on.
sir.
So that's something that I'm really proud of. Me and the Preach was involved with the Impact Movement. So just being able to revive that, even if it was just for a short little while, that was something that I really enjoyed. I really had a good time doing, and to be surrounded by like-minded people, that was amazing. Another thing I do is I stream. So being a quote-unquote content creator is something that I really do want to work on, mainly because I feel like that is a field that is open, and if you're not taking advantage of open fields, I don't know what to tell you. So that's something that I definitely want to do. Some of my past accomplishments, and Cloud would know this, is definitely being one of the founders of the Black Student Union at my old high school, Cathedral. You feel me? Being one of the very few Black drum majors at Cathedral High School, that is something that I was really, really proud of, because it opened up a wave of other Black drum majors there after me. And that was something that I was really, really excited about. That's something that I loved. But definitely one of the things that I definitely do want to work on is definitely obviously this podcast. I don't like saying the word quote unquote founder, but this is something that I wanted to bring about, and this is something that I wanted my people to be a part of, because everybody has a uniqueness about them. Everybody has a story to tell. And I just feel like it would be cool. You can do it by yourself, but why do it by yourself when you got bros to do it with? So that's one thing. I am an artist. I make music. I'm very passionate about music. Music is very therapeutic. I have music with everybody in here but A-Stacks. So you feel me? We're gonna get him in a booth one day. But until then, you know what I'm saying? I got music with all my bros. I'm so happy that I've been able to be in the booth with them. That is something that I take very seriously. In 2026, we taking over. You know what I'm saying? And then like I said, I stream, play the game. I'm doing a lot more with streaming this year. That is me. I am the dealer, and I appreciate everything that's going on. So here's how this is gonna go. As the dealer, I'm going to ask y'all one question. I'm going to deal y'all one question. I'm going to start with Clyde. So the question is this: what part of your personalities are you still figuring out?
I would have to say how expression versus presentation. And I always want to keep that professional presentation in a lot of spaces, because anything you do on social media can be counted against you, or anything that's seen. So I always want to keep a professional presentation, but also wanted to feel like and be seen as I'm actually expressing my authentic thoughts. So I'm trying to always find that balance.
Perfect, man. Hey, y'all, give a round of applause for
You
Clyde,
know,
man. I know that he has to make his exit, but I want us to give a round of applause for him, man. And Clyde, we appreciate you coming through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was fire. I ain't gonna hold you. That was a fire response.
So, and King Stacks, I'm finna deal you a question. So, your question is, what's something you will always stand on no matter the trend?
That's a fire question. Something I will always stand on no matter the trend. I feel like the first thing that comes to mind is just my morals. I think that when you think about it to be more specific, I mean, I kind of touched on it a little bit in some of my answers earlier. My music choice, I guess, first thing to come up. I'm not really with the trendy music. I told y'all what music I like to gravitate. I believe that the things you listen to on a daily, as often as we listen to music, really does shape your thoughts and your perspective of life and things like that. Similar to social media. So that's one. I'ma always stand on faith. It's kind of where I'm at now. I think that life has a I know life has a funny way of attacking you. The devil has a funny way of attacking you from all different angles. And no matter what like the trend is, no matter what or how certain people may respond to certain things, I think that I'm always stand on 10 behind my God. I'm trusting him and the things that he has planned for me. Something I'm always stand on no matter the trend. It's really a fire question. I like this.
Come on now. As a dealer, I gotta deal y'all questions, man. I can't just
Your
ask y'all
turn.
another willy-nilly.
Hold on.
Your
This
turn.
this not even my question, but am I allowed to
Go ahead, man.
I think something that I will stand on no matter what is marriage and divorce. I feel like working in a school system and being with young people, a lot of people don't understand the importance of marriage and they don't strive for
Understand.
it.
Right.
You know, I feel like finding that person that's for you and really building that connection, that bond with that person is something that is a unmatched feeling. And then once you have that, I see a lot of divorces happening, but I grew up in an older household, which I mean, divorce happens, but for me personally, I feel like once you married, there isn't anything that can't be worked out. Now, if you out here wilding, then yes. But the small things that I feel like a lot of people end up getting divorced for, I feel like it's something that can be worked out. So me personally, something that I will always stand on is the importance of marriage and trying to keep that marriage strong and not separating if not need be.
I liked when you said they don't understand the importance of marriage, but I don't be in the same school. They don't understand the damage of divorce.
Yeah.
I don't think they understand the damage of your children watching the core foundation of their families torn apart. And I think that's why I've always said, Kay, know this, people got to stop getting married and don't understand what you are supposed to mean when you say for better or for worse. People are like even cheating. That's worse. It's not really, you're not supposed to abuse. Yes, I don't agree with abuse. But if I'm gonna go by off of that book, what's supposed to happen is the abuser is supposed to go clean your stuff up. You go repent, get on the knees, you clean that, you go be accountable for the damage you've done. And then we have to keep, you know what I'm saying? It's like Lauryn Hill said once, she was like, everybody says they want to be used of God until the abused wife is being used by him to show love, even in a hateful person. Everybody wants to be used of God until you are used in the ugly places, in the places where people think you shouldn't have taken that.
Sure, A Stacks. My question for you.
Vasersky.
All right. Here's the question. What is a lesson life taught you the hard way? What's a lesson life taught you the hard way?
Well, grass isn't always green on the other side. I've always been one to see what's going to happen next, which will cause me to leave a good situation because I'm focused on what the next situation will be. Prime example, I'm in Texas. I'm working. Bow. My boss, he like, I'm going over to this place and I want to bring you with me. Now, instead of being satisfied with where I'm at, I'm chasing dollars instead of happiness. So I pack everything up and I leave. Mind you, where I go, I don't have no family down there. It's just me. But again, I'm chasing dollars. So I get there, terrible, terrible. I get there, everything that was promised wasn't there. Everything that I thought I was going to get I didn't get. The money that I left to chase never came. So now I'm in a situation where what? I'm here, I'm unhappy, in a negative mind state. So eventually I was able to get out of that hole. But like I said, that's definitely something that will always resonate with me and stay with me. The grass is not always greener on the other side. And make sure I really, really think about what that next step will be before I just jump into it without really understanding the pros and cons.
That's real. That's
No, that's real. And I remember when I heard, like, I've heard that so long, like that we were over that saying. It's not always grass ain't always green on the other side. I like this new one that I heard 10 years back. Grass ain't green where they don't water it. And I think when they say other side, a lot of time we don't check who's taking care of the maintenance on the other side of this fence. Is there anybody taking care of this grass on the other side? I know my grass is watered because I'm the one doing the water. But if I go step on that grass, who is in charge?
My feet hurt.
Who's the
My
who's the
feet hurt.
gardener?
That grass hard over there.
Grass
It's
hard.
brown.
no, for
No,
real.
it's dirt. It's dirty. Ain't no water in it.
I'm
And I
poking my
think
feet.
I think that's,
I'm gonna deal myself and I'm gonna preach close us out.
of course you would. Why
Come
don't you
on now.
want
No. Because I've been closing everything else out. So you gonna close this out. So the question that I am dealing myself is, what's a value you live by that didn't come from school? What is a value you live by that did not come from school? And after I go, y'all can always chime in. But one thing that I can say is a value that I live by is manners and respect for other people. And I feel like, especially for y'all too, that works in the school system, and for me that I obviously been in school, you realize some common sense ain't common sense. You know what I'm saying? Like some people, some kids, some adults, like you really start to realize the way that I was raised, the way that, you know what I'm saying, like my mom taught me about my manners and saying yes ma'am and no ma'am, and you know, my grandma told me hold the door open for people and let them blah 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 blah. Like stuff like that. Like the school is not teaching you that. And I feel like that's something that was really important to me because a lot of people always compliment, hey, like you are a very respectable young man. Like you know how to hold a conversation. You hold yourself very well. And I'm like, well, I didn't learn that from school. I learned that from individuals from my family, individuals from my community. I learned that from everybody that I was surrounded by. And I feel like that is so important because I feel like that is something that is not being reciprocated. I feel like society is allowing social media, online, or other people to raise their kids or to influence each other when whole time before all that was happening, like everything we wanted to learn, we had to go look it up. And it wasn't through no phone. No, like we had to actually go and find the information out. We had to ask around. We had to ask neighbors, hey, what's this, and the third? Like everything that we wanted, we had to go get. And I feel like that's something that you can't teach that in school. If you want something, you're going to go get it. You can't teach that in school. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that drive, that hustle, that respect, like that is something that I wish more people can attest to. And I wish more people can really chime in and more people can really allow that part of life to really pour into others because that is something that is getting lost. And I want us to really be able to find a way to not only restore like our community and our youth, but just being able to just be kind to one another. And so that's just something that I personally think is really important. And I just feel like there's a lot that you learn about yourself, obviously, that school is not going to teach you. And I feel like once you get out of school, that's what life teaches you. If you, whatever you don't learn in school, you're going to learn through life. And I feel like the earlier you get that lesson, the better. I would rather get that lesson early than to get it late. I'm about to have Preach close this out. I'm finna deal you, Mr. King Spade, this last question. All right. So, what is one truth you wish more people accepted?
the spirit, the faithful me for faithful people? I'm gonna do two. I'm gonna do one for everybody can use. I'm gonna use one for faithful people specifically. One truth is, if you really faithful, you really want to look like Christ, not sound like Christ. I'm about tired of, and you got to know what that means. I'm tired of faithful people judging me, and you ain't remembering that He saved you too. And I'm over that. How dare you open up your mouth and criticize somebody else instead of praying for them? How dare you look down at their situation instead of wanting to pour love into it and show them the wrongs of their ways. You want to judge them. You want to spit them out and then cast them aside. He didn't do that. Jesus didn't do that. He corrected, but he corrected in love. He still held you accountable, but he did it in a way that you wanted to be accountable for your stuff. So the truth for faithful people is what Jesus did is better than what he said. Let me say it. What he did is better than what we say. He said everything he said was the truth, but what he did was so much more powerful. I thought that was incredible. That what he's saying is already powerful. How he acted was he transcended that. So the truth is what we say needs to be more than what he did. You know, shut up, basically. Walk, don't talk. The truth for everybody is treatment of people matter. I don't care where you from. You know, I don't get in, you know, I don't call it karma. I call it you reap what you sow. That's what's written. How you treat people matters. And if you are evil and you indulge in wrongdoing, you will sow evil and you will reap wrongdoing. You don't know what people out here doing to other people. My bad, you got see why you got me ending the show? Because man, we always talk like in society nowadays. No, nothing new under the sun. Everybody gets their version. This has always been something that's bad treatment of people has always been a societal issue. People have to start to understand that none of this is new. The only thing that's new is the people in that generation that choose whether they're going to be on the right side of history or the wrong side of history.
I appreciate you for tapping in. Make sure to check out The Black Card Crew on all social platforms and come see a new episode every Thursday on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcast.